All right, so this is going to be part 5. We're going to work on the muzzle, and the muzzle shouldn't take us too long. There are some little itty-bitty details in there, but I'm going to go ahead with my kneaded eraser and gently wisp away my marks until they're very itty-bitty visible. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to take my blue, my light blue, my sky blue. I'm going to sharpen him because, don't sharpen before I get here. And we're basically just going to start kind of gently outlining some of our highlights with our blue. Okay. And what is this? Ginger root. I was kind of thinking maybe a beige color. There is some beige on the nose. I don't want peach. I want beige. There we go. I found it. Yay! Give it a little sharpen. And then we'll get some color on there. Okay. Alright. So here's this is my beige. I'm gonna go through, and I gotta turn my computers a little bit towards me. What is that? What is that mark? Get off of there. Must have been a pencil smudge or something. And I'm basically adding in kind of like our highlight area. I'm not being too particular in the direction. I'm kind of just making circles. Actually kind of using the flat side of my colored pencil here to help cover more paper at once. I'm not pressing too hard, just enough to gently get some color on. And then the cooler side, go ahead and erase a little bit more. Cooler side will get the light blue. There's a little bit down here. There's a little bit kind of coming out of his little nostril on the left side. It gets confusing because I want to say like the right side, because that's technically his right nostril if he was like turned around, but per our viewing it's the left side of us. So I get a little confused sometimes trying to decide which side to say. A little blue there. And this is also going to help too when if we want to scrape away anything, like add in any little whiskers. This is going to help be able to take off the top layer and show the underneath. And now I get to erase this line a little bit more. And oh, I just broke my pencil. That's great. Alright, now we're even shorter. Oopsies. I didn't mean to. I feel like now that we're working on the muzzle, this other part that we're doing is going to be way easier as well. The other sides of his face. And he has a shadow coming across his nose right here. Go ahead and add that blue undertone in. Okay. Now we get to go ahead and go in with our darks. Let's see. So I'm going to start with our right side. And going to kind of swirl in his little nostrils. I like to do these first because it's just so, it's like it's one of the most obvious things that you're going to notice when you start drawing. And we're just going to try to leave little fuzzies if we can. Our little triangles. He's got a curve of where I don't know what the proper term for it is. But the curve kind of that it probably protects the nostrils, like the front of the nostrils. You'll see. There's little hairs coming off of that. So we're kind of just planning for that, going around him. Now I'm gonna add in my, I believe this is a cool gray. It's like, the wording on it has faded. 50% cool gray, I think, or 60%, one of the two. And I'm going in and adding a layer on top of this. We can see it's darkening up, but still keeping that coolness on this side. And it kind of fades out at the bottom, so I'm gonna work on that last. I'm gonna go in with our black now on top. And I'm gonna try really hard not to take the black all the way to the edges. Because it's supposed to be kind of a very gentle, soft nose. I'm gonna take my blue again. This is denim blue from the Derwent Chrome Flow. It's gonna help fill in some of the gaps that the black didn't. And we'll add a cooler shade. In with the black as well. And I'm actually going to sharpen it, and I get to add little wispies. Or if I break my pencil, what the hex? I'm too strong for my pencils. Actually, gonna use my electric one, so bear with me. Try not to push too hard down. Alright, I think we got it, so I can actually use my handheld one. Okay. Nicely new little sharpened. And we can go in and add these little guys in there. I'm adding little lines to our already lines, and it also helps kind of cool them down too, because we don't need them very bright. And then we'll come back to that little fuzz area. Now I'm gonna take my slate gray and probably my dark umber, and with this two combination, we're going to add the little curve of the nose. Right in. It's a dark spot right here. And I'm just kind of curling in. Being very light. Got his little chin down there. I'm adding in a little bit of whiskers with a white just so that my colors don't overlap the areas that I want to keep the little highlight reflecting. I'm gonna take my dark umber and gently add in some contrast. I'm trying to blend in what we've done already down into our muzzle as we go. Okay, coming back to the right side. Blending out that really dark color that we have in our right side nostril with our dark umber. And continuing to add and add and add. Gonna take a little bit of my beige. I'm gonna add just a little bit of a layer top of this in case I want to take away anything. Got the slate gray on, going in with our dark umber. Now I'm leaving a little bit of spots around so that that little bit of texture adds a bit of realism. Color stops about right there. Looking through my array of pencils, I want to get a little bit of warm gray in there. There's kind of a mixture of grays in this nose. Oh, and probably a bit of light umber and our terracotta. There it is. Just a little bit of that red colors coming down. Sorry, once I see something I want to like kind of add, I'm slightly distracted to go and add. Okay, gonna add a little bit of this terracotta down here. Usually the nose is pretty smooth, so you're usually okay unless you're like really up close to make the nose appear smooth. Adding a little bit of color down here. Now we get to go in with our really dark gray. We get to start adding all that darkness in. All the darkness. And right here we see kind of like little creases. As they come together. I'm gonna get out my lighter gray, and basically that's gonna help blend those colors while still adding my tone that I want. Since I have my gray in my hand, I'm going to gently add a light layer where the shadow is on his nose. Going over here, helping blend our two colors we put down on this little fuzzy part of his nose together. Oh, this is a 30% warm gray. And then I'm gonna try my best to sharpen my itty bitty pencil. Ooh, I got it pretty sharp. And I'm just adding little details in here while still keeping my drawing nice and cool. I don't want this to be too dark. This is not very dark. It's like, it is shaded, but I don't want to go too dark too fast. And it's okay to have some of those itty bitty little colors kind of pop out next to it. It just kind of adds a little bit of an easier blending time. Okay, I'm going to yet again sharpen it to pencil. It's going to be our gray. And this one's going to help us make an easier transition, a softer transition. Waiting, I want that area kind of coming to a point. It's like he's got like a little, I don't want to say skin tag, but horses have like little bumps. It's kind of like, I guess, where a hair might be sticking out, and it kind of comes to like a little a bump just right there in that little area. Okay, I am going to grab our denim blue. And add some blue back in here. Going to lightly, and probably end up doing a very light, like little glaze over this area. Probably end up dialing these little hairs back a little bit too. They're not quite that long. And it's pretty dark around this area. I'm going over our areas that we did a bit earlier with our blue. Okay, I would like to take my little stumpy here. And see if I can't gently start blending some of that together. It is definitely coming out on the side, and that's exactly what I want. Nice and soft. Well, hi, Percy. How are you? Hi, Bubby. I guess I should introduce little Percy Butt. So Percy's a little Shih Tzu. I've had him for what, 3 years now? Huh? Is it going on 3 years? Yeah, it's a good boy. Did you eat your dinner? Hmm? And he likes to come in and see what I'm doing. I try to take care of everything before I sit down and start doing my art stuff. And he likes to just rummage around and look at stuff, see if I dropped any food or anything, and then he leaves. Oh, there he goes. I'm going to take my light, not my powdered, I want my light blue. And we're going to gently enhance our little friends down here, our little creases. It also helps determine the sides of his muzzle here as well. I would like to go in with just a little bit more of this darker gray. I'm just slowly making his little nose gap here is a little bit bigger. Just a itty bitty. Adding our warm gray. Helping blend. Going back in with our black. Adding details the lower part of our right side nostril. And it's starting to come to life. I think it's going to be my new favorite word. Come to life. Adding a bit of detail to the outside. Our nose. Now this part right here is probably going to look a little bit funny until we get the lower part of the neck on. So it might look a little weird, but sometimes it's the journey that we're for. So all right. Feel like we did some really good progress on this side here. And then once you get like all the details kind of on and you're starting to work around them, the speed will start to come a little bit too. Like you'll be like, okay, I got everything mapped out. Now I can go in and start kind of, lack for a better word, kind of hammering away. So every time I'm looking for my dark umber, there you are. think I would like to take a little bit of my warm gray and go in here just a little bit, and a little bit of my sky blue. Just a wee bit. Add in some of those fuzzies, and then I'm gonna go in with my little stumpy, and because I want those little fuzzies to just be gentle. And I might as well go ahead, add a little bit more to the curve of our nostril as well. The crest. Very soft. Alright, other side. Now the other side doesn't have as much darkness, so we will not have to quite layer as much. That is black. I wanted my dark umber. Oh, there you are. That's okay. We're gonna need the black anyway. And there's these little fuzzies, little itty bitty fuzzies, all the way down the nose. Gonna take my warm gray. Gently get it in there. I will probably also go in with a little bit of slate gray just to add a hint of blue, but without adding blue. Going to take my white and actually kind of fill in a little bit of his little fuzzies he's got coming off of his nose. Gonna go in with a little bit of my dark umber. I'm using the side of my dark umber to gently add in a little bit of color so I don't accidentally press too hard. It's also a challenge to find the right angle when you're recording. And now we're really starting to see kind of like the detail really come into play. He's got this cute little wrinkle right there. And then he has and it comes down a little bit. Now you might be different. You might like to kind of work in your details after you get a lot of your base color on. That's okay. This is just how I do it. This is how it makes sense to me. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going around where the little bumps are on his nose. Not 110% all of them, because this isn't like a close-up of the nose. Now if you want to sit there and plod along, trying to get all of those itty bitty little bumps on there, have fun. If that's what you like, that's what you like. No judging, but slightly judging. Kidding, I'm kidding. He's got this like little, I don't know if it's like fuzzies or if he was eating some, but he's got like maybe like a little grass or something stuck right here. It's kind of funny. Alright, so we got all those little lines in there. I would like to go in with that's a beige. I don't want beige. My gold color, just a little bit. My golden color here. Probably a little pink as well. Gold color kind of comes down just to a little tip and flows off that way. You can see a little bit over on this side. Just enough. Okay, and I'm sorry my camera keeps refocusing and unfocusing and refocusing. You know how it goes. I grabbed my pink, and which is going to help us make I guess I'm gonna kind of use it as like a shadow maker against my gold I just put down. Because it is a little bit darker than the gold. You can kind of see now the color. Ish. Kill money. Do, 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 do. I'm going to take my vert green, and I'm not going to sharpen it because I don't want it sharp. For once. And I'm going to add in some places where I believe I see some of this color.